Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Solly's Vlog. So, the last few vlogs, we've talked about the new 52 Mix Show, and we've talked about my online radio series, which includes Old School Monday, Cutoff Jams, Coast to Coast with the Diz, Flash Forward. I have 6 in total. I have 5 personal shows that I do weekly. Just something to kind of keep my skills sharp and keep my ear to what kind of content and what kind of music is happening right now in different genres. Being an open format DJ, I think it's the wisest solution. I want to take a minute away from that in the vlog itself and talk about 2 other channels that I have. I have 2 other YouTube channels, Solly's Podcast and Solly's World. During the pandemic, I was off work. I was not quite sure what direction to go with my brand, considering the fact that I thought I might never work at another club again, or I might have a different way that I have to come to work because of the pandemic. So I'm not gonna lie to you, but that definitely made some problems for me because I was like, this is my career. This is what I've been doing for 15, 16 years. So to take all of that away in 2020 really brought some soul searching. So the first thing I want to say is my vlog was not the original game plan. That's not the original thing that I wanted to do. Obviously, being a DJ, I wanted to continue to DJ. So I did what every other DJ did during the pandemic, and I got online and started streaming. Now, of course, if you stream on Facebook, they're probably going to take your stream down because you're using copyrighted music. So a lot of DJs hopped over to Twitch. Twitch is a very good platform. I like it. It's more suited for people who are gamers, but a lot of DJs made the move to Twitch when the clubs weren't open. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I've heard things from different DJs where they were like, Twitch started taking down my stuff because it's copyrighted. And I think the thing is, what is it, DCMA? So that kind of, it's a digital rights copyright. It protects artists and things like that, which to me is a bunch of nonsense. DJs play copyrighted music. We know that. That's why there's record pools and everything else. I think the laws and infrastructure could be a lot different, but that's for another time and another place. So I started streaming on Facebook a little bit. That's all I knew. Then I started streaming on Twitch, which Twitch was like a math equation because certain guys have OBS and they have different software that they use to stream with, and I had to do a lot of research. So the vlog was never the original idea. The original idea was to keep streaming and playing music and kind of connecting with people. That's how I connect with some of my friends overseas during the lockdowns and things like that. Because music is universal, and it's very important to me to be able to try to do something, in the midst of not working. Like, during the pandemic, I wasn't broke, but you kind of get bored when you don't have to go to work and you don't have a game plan every day. So I had to start thinking way before I went back to work. The first time we were shut down, it was 90 days. So I got in a lot of streaming, and I decided to name my stream Solly's World. My old roommate came up with that, so I think it's a really good name. Originally, I had the 2020 Stay-at-Home World Tour, and I actually recorded some mixes and did a lot of cool stuff. Some stuff I did on Facebook, some stuff I did on Twitch. Now the thing is, there's other platforms to stream on. Play DJ TV was another one, but I don't think they're around anymore. I had them for a little while. I want to say that Mixcloud has definitely stepped up their game with streaming, and that's something that I'm trying to really look at in the future as we go into 2023. I really want to look at streaming more on Mixcloud and kind of get back into Twitch. But Solly's World is the name I decided on. So it was an interactive show from 9 a.m. to like 11, like very, very early in the morning. Then I realized that it's very hard to get up and stream that early. But I reached a lot of time zones to people overseas, and that's kind of why I wanted to do 9 a.m. It's a really good sweet spot because it's nighttime in the Philippines. Eastern Europe, it's in the evening time. So I figure it's a good time to kind of reach out to people. But I haven't really streamed any music yet because I've been working in the background on different things such as cameras and DJ software and things like that will kind of help my streams be a little bit better. So Solly's World is something that I wanted to do an interactive live stream Monday through Friday, just as kind of a way of let me network with people around the world and get my brand and my content out there and just start mixing and streaming. A lot of DJs do that now, and they still do it after the pandemic. I actually think it's one of the wisest things to do. So I have not put a lot of effort into Solly's World just yet. I'm going to come back to it in 2023. I think I might do like a weekly mix or something like that that's available on Mixcloud for my Mixcloud Select subscribers, which we'll talk about Mixcloud in an upcoming vlog and how to subscribe for free or how to subscribe to my Select. So that gives you kind of different benefits. But streaming as a whole was kind of difficult for somebody that's never done it before. So the last couple of years, I've been taking time to learn. Solly's World will return in 2023. There's a couple things that I kind of want to work on it. So that's one particular thing. Solly's World is actually going to be a YouTube channel, and I'll probably do clips of some of my streams and some other stuff. I just want to keep it where I don't get any copyright infringements or any takedowns on YouTube. That's kind of my really good purpose there with that. So that's something to look forward to. I still have some of my streams up, and I probably will take clips from some of my older streams in the future. But that was like my first original idea. The second original idea, and this is my other YouTube channel, is Solly's Podcast. Now, podcasting is something that's very new to me, but it's something I wanted to get into because with the fact that I'm new to a lot of streaming stuff and a lot of doing content online and being a content creator, as they like to call it, there's a lot of things that come with that. So the one thing that I want to say to people is you should always try something different. Even if you don't know how to do it, you'll learn things over time. So when it comes to Solly's Podcast, I wanted to interview DJs, sex workers, artists, and everyday people and kind of talk to them after the pandemic to see how their lives are going. It takes a lot to put together a podcast, but one thing I will say, always important to pace yourself. So the vlog that I'm doing now wound up being the forefront because it's something I can do daily. And now that I have an editor, it frees up a lot of time to do things with other people. I've only done 3 episodes. One was with one of my former coworkers from the club. Another one is with DJ Hay from San Diego, who actually did a guest mix on one of my mix shows, Transcension. And my third podcast was with Mr. Gray, who works at the 11 in Miami. All of those are available on Podomatic and Apple Podcasts, which are 2 other platforms I'm going to do in a future video and show you how to subscribe for free. Yes, for free. So Solly's Podcast is another YouTube channel, and I kind of want to borrow some ideas off of Joe Rogan, where I take certain clips of the segment and kind of post that on YouTube and do things like that. There's so many ways to go with a lot of this stuff that you really just kind of have to, take things for what it's worth. So 2023, we're going to jump back on the Solly's Podcast, and we're going to jump back on the Solly's World. So I kind of call it the content trinity. You'll notice in a lot of the stuff that I do things in multiples of 3 because it just kind of makes things easier when doing content. That's why we have the 765 podcast, Mixtape Monday, Sunday Vibes. That's 3 different shows. We got 3 different YouTube channels, Solly's Vlog, which you're watching, and we have Solly's Podcast and Solly's World, which is my interactive DJ live stream. I've spent most of 2021 and all of 2022 kind of learning how to repurpose all of this stuff, and that's kind of where the direction is going to go. So I haven't put in as much time on my vlog as I'd like, but in the future, we're going to do that, and we're going to do that with the other channels as well. So there's a lot more coming from me in 2023 as I kind of learn how to put all of this together and make it work, because I feel like I have a lot of interesting things to talk about and share. And a lot of this is just post-pandemic stuff. It changed how I thought about my profession. Like, what if I don't DJ anymore? Maybe I should do podcasts online, or maybe I should do DJ live stream. There's ways to get paid and do things, and that's something that I've definitely looked forward to trying to branch out beyond my DJ career. But that's going to do it for this episode of Solly's Vlog. Make sure you click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel.